Yeah, we back with another episode of the Collective Podcast Interview Media Syndicate.
Whatever you want to call it.
Hey, I'm your boy 305.
Come to find out, Mr. 305.
It's your boy Young M.O.E., man.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And we do have a special guest, the living legend himself, Mr. GeneDotCom.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
hold on.
sir.
I got you. Ooh. Gotta navigate back to the, you know what I'm saying? How you doing, man?
Doing good. Turn up in the headphones a little bit. I'm sounding a little light. Doing good. How are y'all?
Oh, man, great. Blessed, man. Good to have you here today.
Listen, thank you for having me. I apologize for my tardiness.
Oh, no, man, it's all good, man.
On days like today, I'm pretty domesticated, so.
Yeah. You grinding. We don't never get mad at nobody grinding, man. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we definitely appreciate you coming up here, man, and rocking with us here at the Collective Studios, man.
Absolutely.
Hey, so people who don't know, man, tell them, man. Like I said, we got a different fan base now. We kind of out there, but kind of, you know what I'm saying? So we want to, bring back our people that, still give them their flowers, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
definitely Mr. GeneDotCom, man. So tell them how you started in this thing with this radio thing.
I got into radio in '99. I actually started working for a delivery service company. It was called Airborne Express. And, at the time I had learned several different routes in the city. So because of my experience, it helped me leverage getting the route that the radio station was on. Not because I just wanted to deliver to the radio station. It really wasn't about the radio station because I had no idea that me working that job was going to land me, this career since '99. But me just having that route because it was an easy route. Like I had been there since '96. So this is, '98, '99, going into the early 2000s. Whereas I started delivering to the radio station. Long story short, I ran into, at the time, his name was Chill Will on the air. The Flavor Unit, if you were a Jacksonville native, Flavor Unit was the morning show before they brought Doug Banks in, and then Doug Banks would later be replaced by Steve Harvey. But I saw him in the hallway, and when I recognized his voice, because at the time Airborne Express was, the technology had kind of advanced. So remember the two-ways? We would be getting our calls on the two-ways, and Chill Will was fascinated by it. He was like, this is like the two-way, but when we were conversing, and I picked up on his voice, I was like, you Chill Will from the morning show? He was like, yeah, hey, what's up? And right there, I immediately pitched, like, hey, I listen to you all in the morning. I think you're funny. I think y'all need to get like a man on the street. And he was like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. What time do you normally deliver here? And I told him about the time I normally come in. And he's like, okay, when you come in, have them buzz you in. We're going to bring you back, get you on the air. And you just, be our man on the street. That then morphed to a spot on the morning show, because I then created like Gene with the word of the day. So I got on, and I do that every day. And then that transitioned to being offered a position in promotion. And understand, back then, the radio station, the roster was heavy. I'm talking about long before this was like everybody's just really trying to get on. T-Roy was part-time, but he was, a heavy hitter part-time. But back then, I mean, you had the Easies, the Pacos, the DJ Ron Loves. You had, it was heavy. You the G-Wizzes, the Baby Dolomites. The roster was heavy. People was trying to get in to get to that microphone. So, like, when you come through promotions, you're going to do the setting up the tents, and all that stuff. You're going to support the jock that's there or what have you, because people pay, businesses pay for to have the jocks out on location. And so, in that, you come and you support them and do the thing. So I did that as well while still having a position on the morning show, the Flavor Unit. And then that then morphed to a position, period, just as being a figure there. And then I ended up leaving Airborne Express, and the rest was history.
So you was like basically creating content before like it was a thing, like you was just coming up with like your own segments, like just pitching it to the people, like speak to that, like what it took for you to do that, and what mind frame did you have yourself into like to do that? Because like most people just like be just content with where they already at that point. So you say boom, you was the man on the street, then you went to Gene's Word of the Day, like that's crazy.
Yeah, so what prompted me to do it was surviving. Opportunity. Like I've never looked at as this is not the opportune time. Like I'm honored that you guys asked me to come speak.
Oh man, you're a legend, man. I'm from Jacksonville, so I know you. Like, well, I don't know you, but
Salute. I'm humbled by that. But I'm saying you would have some people that wouldn't look at this as an opportunity, because tomorrow isn't promised. And if you do see tomorrow, that's the gift. Today was the present, because yesterday is gone.
This nigga preach it.
He's dropping drills in here. Like he in there dropping real. That's real stuff though. Like,
yeah. So what? My grandmother, God bless her soul, is like, you always being interviewed. Like always. This is what she used to tell me. You always being interviewed. So when I look at an opportunity to meet, and then we can come up with an idea and birth it together. That's what happened. That's what happened. He saw the opportunity to say, hey, this would add a different flavor to what's going on. And at the time, the show was kind of up and down in personalities. We had, a personality that was leaving. It was a nasty transition, kind of spewed out into the community. People knew about it. But so they had like a campaign about where that individual was on the air at the time, changing out like DJs, like DJ Dr. Doom and I have known each other since like 99. We've been working together for 23 years in partnership at the skate station on Sunday nights. Guys like him that have weathered the storm, myself, because there's been a lot of people to leave the city. And I mean, some greats have left the city to go on to do other things, whether it was radio or something in communications or not. But radio has been really rewarding. It really has, and it's had its downs too. Like from 99 to 2007, I was on air, and then in 2007 I got off air to go and do sales. I became an account executive.
This nigga here, bro.
damn.
Because they wouldn't allow me to still be on the air. They looked at it then as a conflict of interest. Because, so as a account executive, if I get you all to advertise and you all, purchase your advertisement, for example, but then if I'm on the air, they thought that I would be like, give me y'all extra spots or, talking more about you all. So in order to keep that at bay, they said, well, no, you gotta come off the air.
Wow.
But it was fine because I was making more in selling the product that I was.
So you were basically like, for what we trying to do right now, like you were going out like shopping the slots for where people can advertise at on the radio.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. Not just that, but it enabled me to home in on my marketing ability to come up with, out of the box marketing that, it wasn't trending then at the time. So you would stand out.
How hard is that trying to do that without proof of concept?
Without the concept,
like, cause like,
can you really build off that? Like, if I don't have, you gotta get me something.
Right. Like, so, if you're going out trying to sell a slot, hey, we can advertise you from here for this much, but you don't really know that me putting you in this slot is gonna give you a return on investment. How did you?
Absolutely not. So, and I want to make sure I'm clear. In any form of marketing,
right,
there is no guarantee.
It's a risk.
Let me be clear. If anybody comes sell you anything and say, I guarantee you gonna get boom, 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 how could you?
Don't buy that. Don't buy that.
It's my job. At that time, it was my job. Once I zeroed in on your audience, it was my job to effectively put your message right in your audience face. The science is the more times I do that, the more of your audience is going to hear it, and it's going to drive them to the action. I'm not guaranteeing. I diligently put you right where you need it to be.
Okay.
Let's just hope your content good enough to keep the attention.
Correct.
If I open the door for you, you got to walk through and you got to be entertaining though when you walk through this door.
That is correct. You would be surprised how many great ideas did not go off well because the messaging was wrong.
Yes. People want to be entertained nowadays in the society that we live in. If you can't catch them like this,
you got about 4 or 5 seconds.
If you don't get them like this, you don't have them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a risk. I can put you there, but you're gonna have to have the tools to stay there and be relevant enough to stay there. Like, so I can get that.
Yeah, it has to be attractive, man. The messaging has to be attractive, and it can't be the same old this, man. I remember early 2000, the number one catchphrase on a commercial for a club was 18 to party, 21 to drink. Everybody had that. It's like, oh, they doing 18 to party, 21 to drink. They doing 18 to party, 21 to drink. They doing 18 to party, 21 to drink. And the older group is saying, ain't nowhere for us. Ain't nowhere for us.
Got to find a lane to tap into. It's always a well out there that ain't nobody tapped into to get some water out of.
Have you ever got some messaging back where they want to say, well, this is what we want to advertise, and you wasn't really feeling it, you still advertised it anyway? Like with the same wording and everything?
No. My job was not to discourage, but just to advise. Right? I don't want to discourage you because I don't want to make you feel like your idea was dumb. What I would say is, in my expert opinion, I wouldn't say this because you're probably gonna they're not gonna get that. I know it sounds good to the few people that you say it to, because I've had clients back then to say, well, I don't really listen to the radio. Well, do you know if your customers do or not? Can you? Are you in your customers' cars?
Yeah.
And can you validate that?
Yeah.
You have to really do some numbers. So I'm not going to discourage you. I'm only going to advise. And I'm the first one to say, if I don't know, I don't know. Give me a few. Let me get with somebody who does. Authentic, transparent. The rate was the rate, whether we was homies or not. This is what it is.
My price is my price.
Well, it was corporate price, you know.
Yeah, I can't do that about that.
Yeah.
I definitely can't do that about that.
It was corporate price. This is you better not come in here with that. And you know, it's politics and everything.
Right. And you still out here creating content. I'm sorry, you got something?
No. Go ahead.
And you like still out here like creating content, like the weatherman thing. Like every time it's a hurricane, man.
Yeah.
Like his like you say his co-host, she be like, man, if I'm waiting for GeneDotCom to come on when every time it's a hurricane, man. How did that come about?
So, a few years back, you know, we've had some close calls, you know, almost near it makes a turn. And then we've experienced, you know, wins. But for the most part, you know, our city and surrounding counties have been blessed to not have such an impact, you know, that's been catastrophic of things that we know of hurricanes can do in other areas. It came about, honestly, though, because when hurricane season comes, I really do keep up with it. It's kind of fascinating, almost, to watch, you know, where it comes from, the speed, when it picks up, how they even measure it. I don't know. I'm just weird like that.
Right. No.
But I got attracted to it, and then watching it as it relates to being able to communicate that to the audience that's listening effectively. Of course, you're going to then dive into more, you know, being a little bit more intuitive to what they're saying, like, you know, wind speed, you know, this happening, the eye of it and where it is and who's going to catch this. You know, you're in all of that. So I got sucked in. Let me just say that to that. Pause. And
Hey, yo.
I was looking.
I was gonna let it ride.
Wait, because it was Gene.com. But since he said pause, we straight.
Hey, listen,
yo.
I don't want you to misconstrue it at all. This is
We immature.
We super immature.
So
wait,
and we gonna stay like that.
Let me give you this disclaimer. This is Moncrief bred and fed all day. All day. All my real friends are older. Okay. No, but my bad on the phone.
Oh, y'all right.
Y'all got me laughing. Where was it?
You got sucked into the eye.
Yeah. So wanting to be able to convey turned into me homing in on the news that we watch and where they were actually covering.
Right.
So I can't remember the storm it was, but I'm watching the stations all day. And I'm like, well, dog, is anything happening? Are there any flooding on the north side? You know, is the west side okay? You know, these inner, you know, we got the inner city streets where the draining might not be sufficient.
Right. Of course.
You know, we don't have perfect draining.
We don't.
And one high tide hurricane, you know, remember when downtown was like flooded?
I remember that. Yeah.
So it was that one.
Mm-hmm.
And they were downtown.
And the landing was underwater.
It was the landing still there?
Yeah, it was damn near underwater.
Oh,
It ain't look like
I don't know
was
if the landing was there though.
I don't know, but I know we definitely know where the landing was. All that was flooded.
All that was flooded.
All that was flooded. Like you couldn't even go downtown after certain streets. They had it barricaded off because the water hadn't. And I mean, this was days. This was days. But my case in point is to say they weren't reporting stuff that was happening on Trout River, where there's water. Ken Knight, where there's water.
Stockton Street,
where there's water. You know, our city is surrounded by water. So I just said, well, for those whose power might be off, but they have, you know, the charger, they had their stuff charged up, let me give them some social media weather reports from places that they recognize. Let me talk about some businesses that even in the hurricane, they're still open. So if you're hungry, come and support, you know, these. Let me go to this business right here and see, if, you know, just shining the light on it and giving some humor to it. Because if your light's out and you ready for them to come on, you know, your lights being out is an inconvenience. But if you're able to scroll and get a little entertainment, a little bit off of it take just a little bit. And that was how it started. And then I had no intentions but that, you know, one time to do it. And then someone, when a storm will come, will post it, you know, and tag. We can depend on Eugene. Can we, you know, get out of here? So sometimes I sit back and say, let me see if this get a share, or, you know, if someone else tags and say something. And if enough people do it, then I'll do it.
Man, that last one you did when you just showed the when you just, so that I guess that was the filler to see if they wanted it. When you just showed the raincoat and the boots and the microphone, I think they had like, when I got to it, it was like 15 something shares. It was going crazy.
Yeah.
No, that was when I had to make my mind up that that I was going. And again, shout out to my camera woman, project manager Tam Mayhew. No matter how strong the wind is blowing or not, she gonna strap up. She gonna go. She gonna hold that camera.
That's what's up.
Dang, that's crazy.
So I watch a lot of content online, like a lot of content, and I've been seeing lately, like, some YouTube people I listen to, some podcast people I listen to, some DJs I listen to. I see that they don't get along. So is it like a beef type thing with the podcast and the radio people, or is it just like certain people, or is it even a thing that, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you have a lot of people be like, man, I don't listen to the radio no more. This I listen to straight. So is it like an East Coast, West Coast beef thing? Now you got the audience. Nah, for real. Now you got the audience split. Now you got people where they like, well, if I like Joe Budden, I ain't listening to the radio station. Or if I like GeneDotCom, I ain't listening to $1 million worth of games. So it's like, is it? Do you see it like that?
I actually hadn't gotten a whiff of any of that, to be honest. And I might just be that. Maybe I'm not that close to it.
I mean, I've heard people say like terrestrial radio is dead, like maybe because of the music. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I wouldn't. If I listen to the Breakfast Club, I'm just going there for the audio and the content. I'm not listening for the music.
For the music per se.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and the way their show is designed, it teaches you to listen that way. It teaches you to listen that way. I grew up in an era where there was a radio station here in the city. It was 95X. 95X in the daytime played your rock. Van Halen, Bruce Springsteen, The Cars, Billy Idol, Duran Duran, Bon Jovi. The list goes on and on and on and on. But at 5 o'clock,
they cut it on.
At 5
when people mostly in their car,
just getting off work.
Yeah, we know we want to listen to.
At 5 o'clock is Freddie Jackson, The Whispers, Jody Watley, Club Nouveau,
right?
Dougie Fresh, Luther, Teddy, Michael. Into the evening.
Tapped into that audience.
They tap. So when I hear like, you know, people say like terrestrial radio is dead, it's not, because even you know, pre-COVID, post-COVID, travel has opened back up. When you go into any city, first thing you do is turn on the radio, especially if you want to find out where to be, where we going. You don't know. You in that vehicle, you trying to get the information. You want to hear the commercials. Concert promoters come into our market and other markets. They're advertising so that you could hear the commercial.
You need the radio for because you can't be a rapper or a major artist or anybody and come into a city and not go to the radio station.
You got to do it, because it's the machine that is shooting music fast. Song, promo, song, promo, song, promo, song, promo. It's constantly moving. The music ain't gonna stop.
Oh, that go on all day long.
The music ain't gonna stop whether my voice is on there or not. The music ain't gonna stop.
Yeah, I don't think we can ever completely push radio out. Like, I don't think, because radio stations, not only do they get the celebrities to come there, that's who tap into the communities a lot of the time too. I'm
gonna be honest with you. You know what should happen? That would really be
bring
dope.
Us on there.
It that. I was gonna say that. You was reading my mind. I was gonna say that. Bring y'all on. But for real, influencers like you all that have an ear, you all need to be on the radio.
Facts.
While keeping your podcast, while keeping your real estate, being contractors, letting people sponsor your show, you know, running advertisement through you all, and you all still have your own individual
entity.
Right. That's what needs to happen.
You know what's crazy, Mr.com? I said Mr.com.
You said Mr.com.
Man, feel like that's like, hey, that's like calling me Unc.
But you know what's crazy that you saying that, but
for real, I was at the bank, man. Hold on, man. I'm at Lizzo. I'm at the bank, and and the ATM machine around, you know, where you drive in, it wasn't working. So I said, well, I'm gonna walk up to the one that is attached to the bank, you know, the front of the bank. Right. So when I got out the car, Jit was like, "Hey, Unc."
Like, who are you talking to?
Duh.
I'm looking around because I'm like, I don't see nobody old.
Like, who you talking to?
And ain't nobody here. So he like, "Hey, Unc, what time you think they open?"
Oh, he talking to that. He talking to me.
Like, oh, you talking to me?
Am I the Unc? He can't be talking to me.
I was Unc, and listen, these young people, they play by a different matrix. So hey, I'm Unc. Hey, I don't know, nephew.
We can find out together.
I don't want no problems. I ain't even select the hours. The hours was already on the door, as you can see.
We can protest them if you want.
Yeah. I'm feeling like you, nephew. I want zero problems. Zero.
But nah, like what you were saying, far as like with we low key already been like working on that. We just need.
I don't see how.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't know nobody. We know.
We know people.
We know Mr.com.
Yeah. You know what
I see you move. I see you moving. Y'all have had some people on here now.
You know, so we have, you know, some advertisement deals or whatever that we put together and stuff like that. But
yeah, we building the plane while we fly.
Yeah, we're building it while we fly. So
if I may give you just something that helped me.
Oh man, we would greatly appreciate it.
Nigga, what?
In 2010. Okay, so 2007. I'm doing a callback right now.
I got you.
We're going all the way back to the rest of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Right? So in 2007, I'm selling advertisement. 2007 was a good year. 2008 was a great year. 2009 it starts to descend because now it's out. We're in a recession. So of course, business, they get to reevaluating their budgets for the year for advertisement. They pull back. Well, when they pull back, that affects my bottom line. So back to when you asked me that question about what made me like want to pitch or give the idea. It was the same thing then. Like, it was never designed for me to be corporate. Now, I didn't know this then because I'm coming in playing the game. But it's politics and a lot of stuff. Where there's economics, there's going to probably be politics.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
These ideas.
So, seeing the decrease because of the economy and companies weren't spending as much, that then prompted me to say, I think I need to do something different. I've gotten the marketing, because I sat in hundreds of seminars and sales seminars and luncheons and this. I had already absorbed enough game that I could take who I was as a personality, who people knew me for in the community just at that time, and create a product that people can get behind. And not just that, I can leave it for my son who was living at the time so that he'll have something that he can pass on to his kids. Well, corporate said, how dare you create a perfume and you got your outside business. How dare you? That was basically what they said. Like, you didn't ask our permission to do it. I felt like I was on Django.
Why I gotta ask you the permission for my creativity
to try to be better myself?
Corporate's bottom line, man. So at the time, we didn't come to an agreement. They offered me. It was funny. They offered me to stay on, and then, like a couple of months after that, resign. No harm, no foul. Make it look good.
Yeah.
Go away. Not mad.
Off into the sunset.
Right. We keep it. And I looked them right in their face. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I enjoy working here. My sales have not been a reflection of I'm not engaged because I'm here. That y'all taking us to lunch every other week. We on yacht trips, stuff like that. When you sell, those were some of the incentives that they had. Hey, you got the yacht on a Friday, y'all going. I'm on the yacht. Woo woo. Yeah.
On the boat.
Everybody letting their hair down on the boat. You know what I mean? So I'm telling them, like, nothing that I'm doing on, outside of here. Bottom line is, if you want me out of here, fire me.
Right.
So they fired me. 2010, I was out of there. Tan Mayhew, who played a intricate part in helping me create the fragrance. Dottie, I'm hoping to bring it back in 2024. I'm gonna tell you that right now, exclusively. Hoping to bring it back in 2024. You all will be the first to get it.
Hey. Give me some
You all will
clout.
be the first to get it.
For real.
Yeah.
First to get it. I'm gonna hit you up and say I got the bottles. Now it's gotta be for a lady. You gotta give it to you. Special ladies. It's not. It's a perfume. It's not a cologne.
Got you.
Definitely.
And I don't think you want to be smelling that sweet like that anyway. It sends a different message. No, but so 2010 was when I got the corporate wake up call. Hey, we wish you well. Sayonara.
Give you a wink and a gun.
Out of here.
That was it. I went into a not panic, but I don't know about you all, but when I don't know how my paper gonna be, I'm uncomfortable.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I can't sit still.
Right.
So my mind is rolling.
Can't
even sleep right.
Man.
No, I'm
sleep. What's sleep?
No, what's sleep?
What's sleep?
So I felt like, why should I be nodding?
I don't got no reason to sleep.
Yeah.
Facts. That's a fact.
I'm just trying to figure it out. But the one thing that I knew from that point, I was going to bet on myself. I knew that I was not going to go back into another structure like that. Because it felt funny. In 2010, it felt funny. To almost feel like I got to get permission to do what I want to do.
Right.
That felt funny, man.
Yeah, it was weird.
That feel funny, man.
It was weird. I'm like,
It's almost like somebody got control over me, and I don't like that.
See, it felt like Django.
Yeah, I don't like that, man.
You came from the Karugan plantation.
Right. Right. So then, prior to that, because I think it was, I don't know if it was 9. I think I might have got on Facebook in 2009. And I wasn't even going to do it. Wasn't going to do it. Thought it was in the way. Like, just something else to keep up with.
Right. Knowing the tool it was.
Hey, listen, just something to keep up with. If you want me, call me on the phone.
Right.
I'm but now I got this product. Who know I got it?
Don't even know I got the.
I got the product. I can't chase your car. Or be on the corner. I can't. It wasn't that type of product. I needed to let somebody know. I was unattached to radio and advertising and all of that. They just gave me the boot. So I wasn't attached to it. I got to do this way. The word is consistency. You would be amazed of where that would get you. I've seen projects, great ideas. I mean, when they shoot them out the cannon, poof, they're like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing. And then it starts to fall because they weren't consistent in what they actually put together before they shot it out the rocket, it lost its.
Right.
So then people get to losing interest and they go somewhere else.
Or either one problem come along and they let that discourage them from keep going.
Yeah. Like when I see different podcasts and some of the members that used to be there, they not there, and then you start hearing why they not there, and then it circles back to money.
It's so crazy, man, how people get so caught up into
Entitled.
Yeah, it's just the money will come. If you, like he said, with consistency comes the money. I promise you that. But like he said, sometimes people want more of the money. Did you do more of the work? Did you go out of your way and do anything?
Why was
do
you doing
you deserve?
Why was you doing this in the first place? Was you doing it for the money?
Well, I mean, a lot changes when the money shows up.
Everything.
I've been I've been a part of a few organizations that, you know, when the money showed up, that's when you kind of see who's who. Because when you're in the hunt together, everybody hungry. But when the reward shows up,
the true colors come out.
They do. And if everybody's still solid after the money shows up, then that's a great team. And wish you well. You know what I mean? But like, if you're talking about entertainment, I mean, we've seen it 100 times.
Everybody got to get screwed in their first contract.
You've seen it 100 times. You've seen it 100 times, and then not just that. You might have some, you know, in the group differences. Oh, okay, I'm finna go solo. Go solo, be a complete hit. Boom. And then later on, the group decide to get back together. Well, what we gonna charge? So, okay, we're going to charge this. And one member said, well, hold on. We charge this, and this. That mean
TGT.
That mean you supposed to get this, and I'm supposed to get this? I did. Boom, 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 boom.
I did.
I'm selling the
Furious.
tickets. I'm selling the tickets.
I need to get majority of it.
Ain't nobody coming to see you owe this.
I was just finna, y'all be
You wish you could work it like me.
Hey, you touched on this. I don't know if you want to talk about it or not, but you touched on this earlier, just a few minutes ago. You said that you lost your son. I believe you had lost your son to gun violence, if I'm not mistaken. You want to talk a little bit about that? How that happened?
2018. You know, it's not something that you're not gonna ever forget it.
All right.
I remember earlier that day, myself, his mom, and him were on a text thread. He was at the house. At the time, he was residing at my grandmother's house, the house that I was actually raised in, on the street that I was raised. And I think he had stumbled up on like a photo album, and it was pictures of me and his mom at the prom. So he had took a picture from the phone, and he texted her and I. So we were all laughing and, you know, about it. And then 4 hours later, she's calling me saying, hey, get to Dez. He's been shot. I had just dropped my daughter off to ballet. And I was just led to drive instead of getting on 95. Well, I saw that it was backed up. I saw that 10 was backed up. So I hit like the back streets and came up and ended up getting up to the end of Moncrief, where it's on the other side of Martin Luther King, like going towards like the dead end.
Yeah,
where it starts. So I came out on that end and drove past the scene, but I didn't know it was him. I didn't know it was involving him. So, yeah, senseless violence. I don't understand it. It's not a place that I ever thought I would be.
All right.
It's tough at times because, like, when things happen to me on a high, I wish I could dap my man up.
Feel like survivor's remorse or something like that. That's what they call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, like, he'd be sitting on his couch with me. Because he'd be active in what I had going on. I got enough to leave him. You know, I got enough stuff I could leave him for him to manage.
Keep him active.
Yeah. And while doing whatever, you know, his gift was, you know, to do. Not to pigeonhole him, but to have him to say, hey, I got options. You know, my pops left me options. So, you know, tough break.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that,
Condolences,
man. Condolences.
Tough break. Thank you.
When he ended on a high note, right? You are Mr. GeneDotCom, living legend himself. Since 99.
I went to Reigns.
Me too. I don't mean to cut y'all, but man, you super humble with it though. Like he was sitting there saying,
And
like,
these glasses are fire.
and he was just
want
like,
to say that.
he was like, yeah, I'm Gene. I'm like, yeah, that's me.
I don't need a whole lot of fanfare, man. I'd rather give you the truth.
Yeah.
You know?
So, being that all you did you say grew up on 45th Street? What it was?
Moncrief.
I'm from Miami, bro. Relax.
Yeah, okay.
Together, man.
No, I'm on the
together.
end. I'm on the end. Actually, my street was Royal Court. So you got Royal Court, you got Simon Johnson Park, and then you got 26 in Moncrief, where Holly's Barbecue sits.
Okay.
We're right, you know, which is right there at the split. But anything from anything from the beginning of Moncrief to where the catwalk is, like right after you pass Palm Terrace, like that was my area.
Back there by
I
Flintstone
say
and all.
that to say this. It's been stuff on the gram lately. And you being Mr. Gene.com, living legend himself, who put Duval on the map?
Oh,
You mean as far as what? Who said it?
No, who said? And Youngin Ace said he was the one to put Duval on the map.
Who said that?
Youngin Ace.
so 69 boys don't exist?
I'm asking the living legend, not King Mo.
Okay, so here's some factuals.
This is from the living legend.
Here's some factuals. I have a partner. His name is Comedian A-Train.
That is a fact.
His brother.
I forgot about Comedian A-Train.
Yeah, his brother said out of his mouth, it started in Daytona spring break. It was getting ready to go down between us, Duval.
Hold on, I already know what he's gonna say.
Come to find out, Mr. 305.
and Miami.
I knew it.
It's getting ready to go down. And they was in I don't know if it was a Waffle House or somewhere, but it was getting ready to get it in. But one side hollered Duval, and that's where it came from. And I kind of have to roll with that simply because it became a chant that like bigger rankings use. If you was on the hill at FAMU.
I think Ace was talking about he put Duval on the map. Period. Ain't nobody know nothing about Jacksonville, Florida, until Young and Ace came on the scene, is what he was saying.
That's not true though.
No, and respect the Young and Ace because they can flow, they can rap. But no, you got to say 69 Boys, you got to say 95 South, you got to say Young Cash.
Got to say Young Cash.
Bro, Fred Durst from Jacksonville. I don't know if y'all know who that is.
Yeah, and then listen, Limp Bizkit. I mean, it's not because it's not just rap.
We have all kind of music that's kind of
it's not just rap. And
Mason's from Jacksonville.
And then think, I mean, you got to put Lil Duval in the mix.
He did the song on Comic View way back then.
You got to put Lil Duval.
You got to
put
Lil
Duval. We disrespectful
we
for that.
disrespected him. Like,
no, you got to put him in the mix.
Because what he did on Comic View
Rolling
back in the day.
You got to put him in the mix. And we ain't going to even talk about the countless artists underground that have made a name for themselves. I'm talking about the T-Rones.
He had a major deal. He wasn't underground.
No, I'm saying because he had, but I mean because him being homegrown here, and I've heard him spit. Shout out to T-Rone, man, sitting on the couch just like this. And salute to my Uncle Al, who he's in Atlanta now, but they had a studio here. Shout out to Qualam T76. Their studio was like it was that studio to get to. Some of Young Cash have been through there. Shout Out's been through there. I mean, you name it. They've been through that. Swords has been through there. I mean, you name it. They've recorded at like All Pro Studio at some time or another. I lost my train of thought.
Nah, you got to give it. You was naming the underground people. Started with T-Rone, who made their bones.
Yeah, but I remember him spitting the coldest freestyle on the couch just by listening to the track. And I don't even know if it was his track or not. But when they played it, so you can't say like to put Duval on the map, not the first. I will say record numbers and them being viral.
But we live in a social media age. If we had social media back then, 69 Boys would have millions of followers.
That is correct, but we didn't have social media.
That's what I'm
back
saying.
then.
We didn't have it, so they got it now. If you want to base it on views and streams,
definitely,
which didn't exist back then.
Definitely, so. And salute to them because, like I say, they can rap.
Yeah, I mean, as far as keeping the city relevant as of now, yeah, you hear those names like that right now. Yeah, you do hear their names right now. Yeah, but to say that they brought it out, no. While they keeping it going, yes, I'll give you that you're keeping it going. Yes, they are keeping it going. But
it's their season. Like I remember when my dad, he ain't really like had like too many cars, but when he did have access to a car and he came and got me, I would want to listen to the music that was on the radio because it was like talking to me. But he's playing Teddy Pendergrass, Al Jarreau.
Say the Whispers.
Definitely the Whispers. Alexander O'Neal. He was huge on the Alexander O'Neal. And it was just, at the time, it wasn't really talking to me. But when I hear those records now, it's nostalgic because it makes me remember those times where, he did have a car and he came and picked me up. So.
Well, GeneDotCom, man, we appreciate you pulling up, man.
Yes,
tell everybody where they can find you at, man. Your social media tags.
Before I do that, I don't think I was finished.
From 2010?
I'm just saying, y'all don't want to talk no more?
We
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. My time up. Okay. You can follow me at GeneDotCom Instagram. That's where I'm at.
Everywhere there's a hurricane.
Yeah. I'm on Facebook as Gene Dot. I can't accept no more friends, and I hadn't gotten to a point where I've got the time to go through and sift through whose algorithm I hadn't seen in 6-7 years.
I think Facebook will do it for. It's some kind of setting. I saw that if you set it, if somebody ain't been active in such amount of time, it'll kick them out of your thing automatically. Yeah, some kind of way you can set it.
Will it dispatch them, or will it evict them from being a friend so that you can accept somebody who wants to be active?
It'll open up a slot for somebody new.
Okay,
well, kick them out.
I'm gonna need to talk to you off because I don't want to sound.
It's like a little set.
Yeah. I already feel dumb right now because I don't even know it. I didn't even know that.
No, I just found out like 2 days ago. From Facebook.
See, look at God.
Dang, man. And we know you always be busy, man. Tell them where you be at R&B bingos. And
R&B bingo on Tuesdays. Salute to Duval and beyond, because we know Georgia's been in there. People from South Florida has been in there. So everybody beyond, thank you. We just celebrated 4 years of doing R&B bingo.
I'm coming Tuesday.
Come through. Why ain't hit the claps on that?
Yeah, man. Damn, come on, man. What's up, man?
4 years. He wouldn't have did Tyler Perry like this,
He wouldn't have did that.
I wouldn't have interviewed Tyler Perry.
He would have hit the Medea button right away.
Nah.
I had his finger on the button already.
Hey, and Talk Your Shit Tuesdays. On the Instagram. What time that come?
You know what? Let me tell you what's funny. You called it the same thing the last time I was here. Is Speak on It Tuesday.
Speak on it.
Talk Your Shit Tuesday.
Speak on it.
But listen, one thing about him, he consistent.
Oh yeah.
I'm there.
Don't forget that. Remember I told you I dropped that nugget earlier. Rewind the tape. Consistency. I'm bringing it back to you. He's consistent.
He gonna say it wrong every time.
It's Speak on It Tuesday. No, he said Talk Your Shit Tuesday the last time.
I did.
Yeah, and a couple people that came through to Harlem. I'd love to have you guys on.
Oh man.
So I can use my platform to bring awareness to you all.
I know you had the mom of the young man who got
yes, I
beat
did.
up by the police.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Wow.
That's still it's still an open case. It's so unfortunate. I will say that not everybody has good intentions just because they're in uniform. I'm gonna also say that teach your children on how to respond when there's interaction with law enforcement. There is a way to respond.
Because they already feel a certain type of way from the jump about you.
And not just that. Like, has anybody ever seen a feeling before?
Nope. Never will.
Have you ever seen a feeling?
You never will.
So you don't know what the interaction is going to be. But you do know if compliance isn't a part of the agenda, it could go bad. And unfortunately, because we represent the color that it has gone bad for us for years. Police brutality isn't new.
Facts.
No.
It's not new.
No.
It's this quick access to these cameras.
COVID opened a lot of our eyes to what police brutality going in America, because everyone was sitting home, everybody was on their phone, and everyone saw it. You had no choice but to see it.
That is correct. And it's more so of, to piggyback, because we were at a standstill, because they knew that they knew that it exists, but because we was at a standstill, not more so than they saw it, they couldn't ignore it
At all.
And that's a difference. That's a difference. It's a difference from them seeing it, but it's so big, and we all at a standstill. We don't want this to.
See, it's a lot easier to cover it up at the news station than to cover it up from that guy standing across the street with this thing in his hand.
That's correct.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, that was crazy.
Bro.
That was crazy.
You got to clean up your...
That was filthy. But that guy standing across the street.
He ain't say pause either.
Nah, I acknowledge it. No, I acknowledge it.
He was like,
I acknowledge it.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
Crazy.
Long as we acknowledge it.
You know what, man? We finna go ahead.
This is getting wild.
Hold on.
Hey, but for real though,
what just happened?
GeneDotCom, man, we truly appreciate you, man. You are a living legend himself. You know what I'm saying? I see you working all the time. We in Tampa. You had a wedding in Tampa.
Sometimes,
you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes,
definitely, man. We appreciate you pulling up, man. Anything you want to promote our platform is your platform. Pull
Thank
up,
you.
man. You know.
When you gon' what you call it? What's my Tuesday call?
Speak on it.
No, but what you call it though? What you say?
Oh, talk your shit.
Okay.
Talk your shit Tuesday.
Hey, I want to have you guys on. You just tell me, hit me up so I can,
Definitely, man.
Definitely.
I want to have you guys on, and I'm gonna kick some topics you guys' way.
Okay.
All right,
do that.
bad.
We're not used to that, right?
Yeah, but we with it though.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and it'll be easy. I'd love to have you guys on. Thank you again. If anything, you feel like I was worth having on.
No, definitely.
Invite me back.
Man, you the first person to say that you gonna put us on your platform, man. You the first person to come through.
Hey, don't clip that. Make sure you get that what they said. I was the first that said that.
You was
Don't
the
clip
first
that.
one.
Soldier Boy, this shit.
That too. Yeah. Drag. You talking about the one that hit us, man?
The one that had the baby from the baby with the word.
Soldier Boy told on the ear.
Hey, man, on YouTube, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on the Collective Media Syndicate channel. I got the Game of Life podcast, the chessboard coming, you know what I'm saying? I got that one coming out. We got Purple Therapy steady going on over there, so make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Gunshine State podcast dropping on Mondays, videos dropping on Wednesdays, man. We working, man. You already know how it is.
I already know what it is.
Oh, I got to get back to the other thing.
Y'all make sure y'all check out King Talk Podcast.
Go. Yeah.
Dropping every Monday.
Yeah.
You can catch us live on my Facebook. Y'all know what a Facebook at. Every Sunday.
And do our sponsors.
Oh, man. Shout out to our sponsors over there. Shaw Cuts, 533 Big Duff Avenue, South Jacksonville, Florida, 32209. He's also the owner of Prayer Predator Clothing. Also the co-owner of Lee Ray Hand Sanitizer, man. Y'all come through and support. Y'all know what it is.
Hey, and it's like that, man. We out.
Yes, sir.